Welcome to the British Blind and Shutter Association's information on window blind, cord and chain safety. The British Blind and Shutter Association, or BBSA, actively campaigns for improved safety for window blinds. This short video will show you what to look for when considering a new blind, how to make existing blinds safer, what other precautions you should consider in relation to blinds in your home, as well as how to find out further safety information. So what are the child safety concerns associated with window blinds? Many window blinds are operated by cords or chains, and some of these cords or chains are formed into a loop. Without an appropriate safety device fitted, operating loops and cords represent a strangulation hazard to babies and young children if they can gain access to the blind. Analysis conducted by the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents shows that children under the age of 3, alone in their own bedrooms, are most at risk. But you should consider blind, cord and chain safety in any room where young children are present or may visit. So what should you consider when looking for new blinds, and how do you make existing blinds safer? The BBSA and its members have worked diligently over recent years to develop new blind styles, provide safety devices on traditional blinds, offer retrofit devices, and educate homeowners and the wider public on how to make blinds safer. Let us first consider what to look for in new blinds for your home. If you have children at home, or have a home or building where small children may visit, consider window blinds that do not contain operating cords or chains at all, or have concealed or inaccessible cords. This vertical blind is entirely operated by this wand which, when twisted, alters the angle of the louvers and can then be used to simply push or pull the blind into position. With weight stitched into the fabric, there's no chain at the bottom of the louvers either. This panel blind is operated in just the same way, with no accessible cords or chains. Another solution is blinds with concealed or tensioned cords. This is an example where BBSA members have brought new systems to the market with child safety designed into the product. This tensioned cord system is available as a pleated, Venetian or roller blind as shown here. Simply move the blind into position and lock it in place. Ideal for PVC doors, windows and conservatory shading. Available for over a century, the traditional spring roller blind has always operated without cords or chains, making it an ideal blind for children's bedrooms and other rooms in the house. A popular option in schools, but also suitable for homes, are crank or gearbox-operated blinds, where the blind is raised or lowered using an operating handle. Internal shading can also take the form of shutters. The popularity of plantation shutters has increased considerably in recent years. And of course this traditional form of shading has no cords or chains at all. Motorised blinds, using either mains or low voltage motors, are also increasing in popularity. Simple to use and ideal when blinds are fitted at high level or where you want to operate more than one blind at a touch of a button. And of course, no operating cords or chains. This honeycomb blind can be simply moved into position by hand. This is another example where BBSA members have designed blinds with no operating cords or chains. And the blind can even be lowered from the top down as well. But shading does not have to be inside the building. This external roller blind is operated by electric motor and does not contain any cords or chains. Shading externally is used extensively in continental Europe and is typically more effective than internal shading at reducing heat gain in the summer. These are just some examples of blind systems which either do not use a looped cord or chain to operate them, or have a concealed or tensioned cord system, all designed to be easy to use and to improve safety. Always consider these options first for homes or other buildings where babies and young children may live or may visit. Next, consider a blind that has a safety device either integral to or supplied with the blind to improve safety with operating cords and chains. Your local BBSA member or Make It Safe retailer will be able to help you further. But what about existing blinds that you may have fitted? There are solutions here as well, so let's look at a few options. Keeping operating cords and chains, whether they're looped or not, out of reach of young children is of paramount importance. At the very least, consider tying up cords or chains, or use a simple cleat, or perhaps fitting a chain or cord tidy like this. There are simple retrofit options for virtually all types of blinds, as we shall see. Some blinds are operated by a chain at the side of the blind. This blind is fitted with a chain brake connector. When too much pressure is applied, it simply snaps apart, but after inspection can be reconnected again. With different chain types available, it's imperative that the correct connector is used. It's also important to have 2 chain brake connectors fitted approximately 200 mm apart, as the devices are designed to work in the vertical position. Or you could use a chain tidy to keep the chain under tension, as we've just seen being fitted. Many blind styles have cords running through them, which are then joined externally to the blind as an operating cord, as in this wooden Venetian blind. This blind has 2 safety features. Firstly, with the blind in the fully lowered position, stops on the cords at the top of the blind prevent any cord being pulled back through the blind to form a loop. And secondly, after the blind is operated, the cords can be simply wound around this cleat, fitted high and out of a child's reach. We saw a wand-operated vertical blind earlier, but a traditional vertical blind uses a chain to tilt the louvers and a cord to draw the blind. Here a cord and chain device, securely fitted to an adjacent surface, will hold both close to the wall. Where lift cords are joined to form one pull cord, devices can be used like this to ensure the cords separate should anything get trapped in them, but can be simply reconnected. And where more than one pull cord is joined to a final pull, these can also be fitted with safety devices, so that if too much pressure is applied, they split apart, but after inspection can be connected together again. With Roman blinds, the operation can be via a continuous chain or cord to the side of the blind, and this can be held taut against a wall using a device we've seen before. With the lift cords on the back of the blind, there are a number of safety options. This blind has hooks that allow the cord to pull out should too much pressure be applied, but they can be simply reinstated so the blind works as before. And right at the base of the blind, covered magnets ensure that the cord will part under undue loads, but can be easily connected again. So we've seen a number of devices available for virtually every type of blind operation. But what else can you do to improve safety? The key message, and this is enshrined in the only European standard for internal window blinds, is to keep cords out of the reach of young children. Accidents often happen when children climb, so make sure that cots, beds, furniture and other items are kept away from windows and blinds. Regularly check that any safety device is securely fixed and in working order. If in any doubt, contact a BBSA or Make It Safe dealer for advice. Also, periodically check that the blind itself is securely fixed. And of course, instructions issued with your blinds should be diligently followed, and babies and young children constantly supervised. The British Blind and Shutter Association, or BBSA, is a trade association. The BBSA represents some of the largest manufacturers and suppliers in the UK, through to independent specialists, providing local supply and installation of all types of internal and external blinds and shutters. The BBSA has been instrumental in ensuring that child safety has been written into the only European standard concerning internal window blinds, and it continues to lead the development of this standard. More than that, although this is a voluntary standard, all BBSA members have to comply with the child safety aspects of this standard through the BBSA's Code of Practice. The BBSA places so much emphasis on child safety that it established a campaign called Make It Safe in April 2009 to help provide appropriate safety advice, and the BBSA encourages non-members of the association to join up to this scheme. As part of the Make It Safe campaign, the BBSA have produced posters, brochures, and established a Make It Safe website where you can access more information and find the BBSA member or Make It Safe dealer nearest to you. To get more information on the BBSA's Make It Safe campaign, please visit makeitsafe.org.uk.